Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run again with Michael. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. 10-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Fournette, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Throwing is Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little.
They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They go to Michael again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. To throw, it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 38-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 57 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Michael, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. Here's a carry for a former PS4 starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week. Forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Bortles on the give to Fournette. He's got daylight. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. the gun. Luck. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Luck on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To throw on second down is Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On the ground, it's Michael. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down, Luck. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Vinatieri's kick is good. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play fake here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bortles now on first down. Shoves him away. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Second down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Going to run the draw with Fournette. Finding room to the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Bortles to throw on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Following the sack, third and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing left side, it's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Yeldon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go down.
It's caught inside the 25. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 48 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And again, it's Turbin. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it here with Michael. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin with a run by Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Bortles. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. carry. Michael. And some room to roam now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake to Turbin. Now Locke. He's going to go for a big play. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the run, this is Michael. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now a give. It's Michael. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Shift together here from the D-line. Fournette on the counter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the gun, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Henry Anderson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's Luck. Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Bortles going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Bortles on the bootleg. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now Bortles. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And Myers able to knock it through. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win, if they can get it, would be their 1st on the year. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one. They'll run it again with Fournette.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
A fourth-quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. No problem for the Steelers. They have opened that lead up a bit further. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Now Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. An incredible play there on 4th down. 54 yards. From the red zone now, Locke. They still can't get him. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Down to 7 seconds now, 6. And he'll spike it here, but it's too late. The clock showing triple zeros. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.